Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to this brand new video, and today I'm going to be covering the best WWE figure accessories. It's kind of like a WWE figures accessories collection video as well. Here today I'm going to talk about what are really the best ones to use in your pick fats, in your action figure matches, or if you're just playing with them. We'll go through all of them, and I'll let you know how to make some custom accessories as well that I have in here. So I would say, without any further ado, let's start right off with that. So what you can see here below are trash cans, and there are two different kinds of trash cans that I have here. So these are the Mattel ones, and these are the Jax ones. Now the Mattel ones are way more, they are made out of hard plastic, which is alright, but I really do prefer how Jakks Pacific made these trash cans, because you can move them. Like if someone falls on them, you can, like, you know, put them like this. And what you can also do is you can put them over someone's head and then hit them with a chair over it or whatever. So let's just take this Jeff Hardy here, and you can kind of put this over the head of Jeff Hardy, and then you can have Samoa Joe come and hit him with the chair over the head. I think this is really cool. This, by the way, is an APA chair that came with the Elite 38 Bradshaw or Farouk. So this is a bit of a different chair than this one. Actually, they're like the same. They're both the same Mattel chairs. This one just has the logo on it. And then there's a little bit of a difference with the ringside chairs, because they're a little more similar to the Jakks chairs that they had back in the day. And I think the Mattel chairs have a little bit of an edge on the ringside chairs. I prefer the Mattel chairs a little more, because they're more sturdy. And the ringside ones, they just kind of break easier. They're not really breaking. They would just go like, let's say like that, and then you can just put them back together. So yeah, for the chairs, I think this is not too great if they break too easily. But yeah, I would go with the Mattel ones for pig fats, action figure matches, or whatever on those. Then here we have cookie sheets that I think both Mattel and Jakks made. I don't know, I have so many cookie sheets, it's like kind of funny, but I barely ever use them, so these are not really that great of accessories in my opinion. Here in this trash can we have kendo sticks, and I think Mattel did an absolutely incredible job on their kendo sticks. They go in the hand perfectly, and you know, you can use them to hit the opponents with it. They are perfect. I really like these kendo sticks. They made some deformed ones that came with the battle pack with Akam and Drazar. But yeah, and here we have a crutch. This is from the ringside exclusive playset with the wheelchair. So this is a pretty cool crutch too. Definitely can use that well. Then here we have a really cool little accessory. It's a cinder block that came with in Seth Rollins Elite, and I think they re-released it with a Scott Hall. So these are really good to use if you really want to do like an injury angle with your figures. So for example, you'll have a wrestler get hit over the head with the cinder block, or get like thrown into it like head first. So the cool thing about these cinder blocks is that they also break if a superstar goes in face first or whatever. Of course it didn't work right now, so let's just do it again. There we go. So they break as well, so it's a really cool feature. It's a little neat accessory. I don't use it always, but I did use it once for an injury angle in GCW. Then here we have this little sack, and I'm not quite sure what that came with. I think that might have come with an Jake the Snake Roberts figure. So what I have in here are these little things that I made out of this kind of foil. I don't know how to say it in English right now, but you can put these out, and then it kind of looks like you have thumbtacks on a table or whatever. So that is quite neat to have for like your really hardcore matches or whatever. And speaking of hardcore matches, These are the barbed wire chairs I've been using in GCW, and they pretty much are just like, I don't know, like wire wrapped around it. My girlfriend did that for me, so I didn't really do it. It's just a ringside chair. You know, you have to spin it in ways, or however you want to call it, so that it looks a little bit more like barbed wire. And here we have Jon Moxley with one as well. I think that looks really cool, and it's a really cool accessory to use if you're going for the really kind of hardcore matches. Then this is a simple barbed wire board that is pretty much using the same formula as the chairs. So the regular wire, and then this is just actually cardboard. So you can see on this side it's all white, but here it is black. This is like out of the same material that my old floor was made out of. So if you actually want to put this like between two trash cans and throw someone through it, you can actually bend it so that it like goes in all these ways to look like someone went through it. So this is really cool. I have 2 of these. So yeah, if you want to make them, very easy to make right there. Here on the ring post we have Matt Hardy's drone, which is such an awesome accessory. I'll definitely be using that down the line. Also, it came with this boat, which I feel like I'm gonna be using down the line too. I think this will be really cool, what I have planned with that. Now in the ring you can see all these different kinds of ladders. And yeah, so the metal ladders, I really love the big metal ladders. They are awesome. The only issue with them is that they cannot break in the middle. So if you put them somewhere and someone goes through it, or they cannot really go through it because it can't break. So that is a little bit of a problem right there. So this is why I had bought this Jack's ladder. The problem is that it's orange, so now I'm knocking Jeff over there too, but that doesn't matter. So we have the orange ladder here, and this one actually breaks very easily. You can just align that somewhere, like let's say we put it like there. Let's take Jon Moxley. He has to be our crash dummy right here. Hey, let's get Jeff out of the way so he doesn't get crushed by Moxley. So Moxley is going to go through the ladder right now. Works perfectly, man. This is perfect if you want to do pick feds or action figure matches. Even for action figure matches, you know, you can just use it and you won't need many tries to get to break it, because it breaks very easily. And it is very easy just to put back together. You just align it here, put this back in here, and then you have the ladder back. And this is actually the same with the ringside ladder. This one is a little bit more sturdy. I really like it, and it also breaks in the middle. So let's try to demonstrate it one more time with poor old Jon Moxley here. All right, here we have the ladder, and here goes Moxley. Went right through, and after that you can just put it back together again. Works very perfectly. Now at the table issue, these tables are from Ringside Collectibles, and these are the Ringside exclusive tables. So a little problem I would have with them is if you're doing action figure matches, they are kind of hard to break. So they do not break easily. You have to really put a lot of force on it, or you have to like previously break them a little bit, so before you do the spot that they can fall through easily. Now that is a little bit of a bummer, but for pick feds, for example, this table is great because you have these 3 pieces here that can break, so it looks like way more realistic. You can like, I'm just gonna demonstrate it to you guys really quick right here. So here we have the table. Let's take Samoa Joe, and you see it doesn't break easily. Just like by throwing it on like we did with the ladder, it won't break, so that's a little bit of a bummer. So what I always do is like I kind of try to break them a little bit before doing a spot like this. So now you can kind of see it's not perfectly together, and now you can take Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe will fall through. And the great thing is this breaks in 3 parts. So you have 3 different parts for the table and then put it back together. The Mattel ones, they only have 2 different parts, so these are a little bit more realistic looking if you're doing a pig fed, but for action figure matches, I think the Mattel ones are going to be better because they just break more easily. Then let's get into this section right here. Here we have the Fiend with a chainsaw. This is actually a Mattel accessory that came with the Finn Balor Network Spotlight figure. For hardcore matches, man, this is a very, very, very cool accessory that you can use. There we have the smaller Mattel ladders in the background. They're just like alrightish. And here we have actually a quite funny accessory. This is a toilet, and you can actually put your superstars on there. Now we have Lesnar on here doing some business on the toilet. And what is actually quite weird about them, they have sound effects too. So I'm gonna grab into the toilet right now. And I don't really know what that sound is supposed to be. Let's see in this one. Yeah, it's actually pretty weird. But I mean, for a hardcore match, I think it could be really funny to use these. Might have used them in GCW once before, but maybe in a hardcore match in the future, using these would be quite funny. And then here we have the Slam-mobile thing that came with Braun Strowman. I think you probably have seen a ton of reviews on this already. Here we have my really cool garbage truck that I bought. So I really want to use that down the line in GCW. You can see you can have the figures fight on top of it. This is actually not an original Mattel accessory, so this is like a Bruder Toys thing. It's actually pretty expensive, but I figured, man, this would be cool to have in like your backstage parking lot area or whatever. So yeah, a garbage truck. I did a review on that before. And then there we have a big speaker that I think that came with a Flex Force figure in like 2010. I think that's a pretty cool accessory too. And then we have this little garbage thing that came with a Flex Force figure too. I think, yeah, it opens too, but you can't really do too much with it. You know, you can't really put a figure in there completely, so it's not the greatest accessory, but like if you're building a backstage area, definitely need to place it in there. So yeah, this is kind of like a little accessories collection video. I have a bunch of more stuff that I didn't get in here, but these are like the most essential accessories. So I hope this video was a little bit useful if you're still thinking what accessories to get. For tables, like I said, I would definitely recommend the Mattel ones that come with Mattel figures. For ladders, I would recommend both, like getting some of these just to have figures climb them, but then also have some of these that can break, because in ladder matches, ladders are always breaking, so you want to be able to do that. This garbage truck also really need accessory to have some custom accessories here if you want to make those. So I hope you did enjoy the video. That is it for today, and I catch you all tomorrow.